It was a cold December morning in Toronto. Snowflakes danced in the air, the streets were dressed in white, and the city buzzed with holiday excitement. Stores glowed with lights and Christmas trees filled the malls. Families rushed around with shopping bags, laughter echoing through every corner. But for one woman named Emma Collins, the season didn't feel quite as bright. Emma was a single mom in her late 20s. She worked 2 part-time jobs, one at a diner during the mornings and another cleaning offices at night. Her days were long, her hands were tired, and her smile often hid the exhaustion she carried. But she had one reason to keep going: her 6-year-old daughter, Lily. Lily was the sunshine of her life, always curious, always full of dreams. She loved drawing, singing, and most of all, she adored dolls, especially Barbie dolls. She had seen them in the store near their small apartment. Dolls that could talk, walk, even change outfits with a button. Lily had told her mom, "One day when I'm good, Santa will bring me a Barbie too." Emma had smiled at that. But deep down, she knew Santa's bag wouldn't have much for them this year. Rent had gone up, bills had piled high, and even keeping the heat on through winter had become a daily worry. It was December 22nd, just 3 days before Christmas. Emma had finished her shift at the diner and stopped by the toy store before heading home. She walked through the aisles, surrounded by cheerful parents and kids picking out toys. Her eyes landed on the Barbie Lily had dreamed about, a shining doll in a pink box with Dreamhouse Edition 2026 written on it. The price tag read $79.99. Emma reached into her pocket, counting her coins. She had just over $20. It wasn't enough. She stood there for a moment, her heart heavy, then put the doll back on the shelf. She whispered softly, "Maybe next year, sweetheart." But she didn't know someone had seen her. A man in his 50s, wearing a simple gray coat and a wool scarf, had been browsing nearby. His name was Richard Bennett, the CEO of one of the largest toy companies in North America, Brightplay Industries. He was in the store to see how customers interacted with his company's new holiday line. But when he saw Emma's face, something in him stopped. He followed her quietly, curious and concerned. She went to the counter and bought a small coloring book and crayons instead. When the cashier asked, "That's all for today?" she smiled politely. "Yes, my little girl loves to draw." Richard could feel the sincerity in her voice. After she left, he spoke to the cashier and asked for her purchase details, offering to pay for her items. The cashier mentioned she came often, always buying small things for her daughter. That night, Richard couldn't stop thinking about her. The next morning, at his company headquarters, Richard called his assistant. "Find out where that woman lives. I want to visit her discreetly. And make sure we bring some toys." His assistant hesitated. "Sir, are you sure? You don't even know her." Richard nodded. "That's exactly why. She reminds me of my mother. She raised me alone, too." By Christmas Eve, Richard and a few of his staff members drove to the small apartment building in Scarborough. They carried boxes filled with toys, clothes, and a brand new Barbie Dreamhouse set. When they reached the door, they knocked gently. Emma opened it, surprised to see a group of people standing in the snow with big smiles and colorful boxes. "Hi," Richard said warmly. "We're from Brightplay Toys. We wanted to make sure every child has a Merry Christmas. May we come in?" Emma was hesitant at first, confused, but she saw their kindness and stepped aside. Lily came running, her eyes wide with excitement. When she saw the Barbie box, she gasped. "Mommy, it's the one. It's the Barbie I wanted." Emma covered her mouth in disbelief. I don't understand. How did you?" Richard smiled. "Let's just say we heard your wish." Tears filled Emma's eyes as Lily tore open the wrapping paper, her laughter echoing in the small apartment. Richard knelt down beside her. "Merry Christmas, Lily. This Barbie comes with something special and a promise that dreams can come true when you never stop believing." The team set up the toys, shared cookies, and even helped decorate a small tree Emma had made from old cardboard. For the first time in years, the apartment was filled with light, warmth, and laughter. Before leaving, Richard handed Emma an envelope. "This is for you," he said gently. "Please don't say no." She opened it slowly. Inside was a check for $10,000. Emma froze. "Sir, I can't take this." Richard shook his head. "It's not charity. It's an investment in your future. You're working hard, raising your daughter, and doing it with grace. I want to help you get ahead." Emma was speechless. I don't know how to thank you. Richard smiled softly. You already have. Seeing your daughter smile reminded me why I started making toys, to bring happiness to every home no matter how small. Word of what happened spread across social media after a neighbor filmed part of the visit. Within days, the story went viral. Millions were touched by the single mom who couldn't afford a Barbie, and the CEO who changed everything. Brightplay Toys saw a massive surge in sales, but more importantly, the company launched a new initiative called Play It Forward. For every toy sold, one would be donated to a family in need. A few months later, Emma received another call, this time from Brightplay headquarters. They wanted to offer her a job in their customer relations team, impressed by her story, resilience, and spirit. She accepted with tears of joy. By the next Christmas, Emma and Lily were living in a better home, and Lily had her own small room filled with toys and drawings. She often said, "Mommy, when I grow up, I want to make toys too, just like Mr. Richard." Emma would smile, hug her daughter, and whisper, "You can be anything, my love, even the one who makes dreams come true." That's the story of how one act of compassion reshaped two lives and inspired a movement across Canada. In a world where success is often measured in numbers, this story reminds us that kindness remains the greatest currency. You've been watching Dream Car Update, where we share stories that move hearts and change perspectives. Because sometimes the real luxury isn't in cars or wealth. It's in the power of giving.